Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am bidding on a potential new build. It's a car that I wanted for a very long time. This is a Corvette C6. This is the LS2 6-speed. It's very lightly damaged. I didn't want anything with a lot of damage and suspension damage like the previous Mustang build that we did, because I do want to keep this car around for at least a year and drive it. And I think I found the perfect candidate. This one is all the way in Oklahoma though, which is pretty far from me and is going to be a hefty shipping tag, but I think if we get it for the right price, it's going to be awesome. So I'm going to show you guys the bidding process right now. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but if you're watching this video, then we got it. Spoiler alert. Here's a preview of the actual live auction for this car. You can see some pictures there. I've had a guy bidding for me, my broker in Pennsylvania. Our maximum bid was $9,200 and thankfully nobody outbid me. But of course Copart gives everyone some extra time to really think about it, as you see here. But we still won the car for $9,200 and I'm super happy about that. I think it's a great price considering the very low amount of damage on this car. The next step is to arrange for shipping for this car. It's coming all the way from Oklahoma City to Philadelphia, which is a really far drive, and I never had a car delivered that far, especially from an auction. So I'm a little bit worried about that part, but hopefully all goes well and the next scene should be us picking up the car. Right, so it's been a week since I shot that last video and no communication from the trucking company. I was getting kind of nervous, but finally last night I got a text message saying that the car is going to be here between noon and 2 p.m. So I freed up my schedule and I'm waiting for them. They're not here at 2, they're not here at 3, 4, 5, and now it's 6 o'clock and I've finally got a text message from the driver saying that he's going to be here in 15 minutes. So I'm going to meet him now and check out the car. Hopefully he's actually going to be there this time. I'm not getting it delivered to my house because if any of you guys saw my channel before, there's really nowhere for an 18-wheeler to park on my street and take his time and unload the car. So it's getting dropped off at my parents' house, which is about 5 minutes away. We're gonna go check out the car there, pay the man, and bring the car home. Let's go. Oh right, here she is. I had a little bit of time to check it out for myself, but the damage is really exactly what we expected. This is the main part of it. I actually popped this headlight back. As you can see, it's got some broken clips. I'll try to plastic weld that. If not, we'll just get a new shell for the headlight. Some wiring got crunched here. The inner fender got torn off a little bit. I'm gonna see if we could try to, go around that without changing the inner fender. Already ordered the outer fender, and the best part is I just noticed that this thing's got long tube headers, which is an awesome mod, and which I was gonna do anyway, and it really makes the car sound mean, and it's a really nice performance gain as well. The car runs just fine. We pulled it in from the street, drove it a little bit, pulled it inside. They're a little rusty, but the rotors are still pretty fresh. Going around back, this damage is a little bit worse than I thought. This whole quarter panel kind of pushed the rear bumper aside, but also ordered a new quarter panel as well that's already black, and these things are actually changeable. You don't have to cut and weld anything. You could actually unscrew this and put a new one on, so that's not bad. Some damage I didn't notice was the wheels. This wheel is a little bit scraped. The rear, there's a control arm in there. You can see it's a little bit bent, but that's a pretty easy fix as well. Already removed the roof. Fell on my head as I was removing it because I had no idea how to do it. So that's fun. A couple other things we're gonna have to do is, looks like the previous owner had an aftermarket subwoofer back here. He's got a nice aftermarket touchscreen here. He's set up a USB drive and 3.5mm head jack for me, so that's awesome. It's got 2 extra keys on top of the one that already came with the car, so I got 3 keys for the car, which is awesome. Looks like he's got kind of like a valve button here that controls the exhaust, which is great too. And then he had aftermarket subwoofer here, and now just a bunch of wires sticking out. Other than that, the interior, I mean, it's a bit dirty, but it works, and I think it should be fine. I mean, there's really nothing crazy. The car's running good. It does have a check engine light on, which I'm not quite sure what that's for, but let's start it up and hear what she sounds like. Come on, come on, come on. Attempt number 2. There we go. Yeah, sounds pretty awesome. I am loving the removable roof. I put the roof right there for now. I gotta put it back on soon to drive it home. But this is an awesome feeling. It feels like a convertible, but it's still got all the safety and the bars right here. Yeah, that's about it for the car. I mean, we'll probably discover more things as we start taking those panels apart. Maybe we'll discover more damage, I don't know. I could definitely use some new wheels since 2 of them are bent, so I'm gonna be on the lookout for that. Only thing left to do now is to get her ready for the trip, short trip home, which is something you could rarely say about an auction car that just got delivered. But I'm thinking some of these wires need to be zip tied up. Probably take off this fog light so it doesn't dangle on the road. Probably just gonna scrape off these stickers right away, throw the roof back on, and start making our way back home. Let's go. Finally got to drive the Corvette home. I will admit I was a little bit nervous, but as soon as I drove the car, it felt great. The suspension was nice. The power delivery, there was no rattling, no weird noises, even though the car was just in an accident. It got home just fine. And let me tell you, the feeling of driving a Corvette is like none other I ever experienced. It feels exotic. It feels like you're driving like a Lamborghini, I would imagine. Obviously it's not one, but it just feels amazing, and I was totally not expecting it. And it totally got me really excited for this build and just overall driving and modifying this car. I gave it a little bit of a run right here. Listen to this. Yeah, that part got me really excited for this build. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be restoring and rebuilding this Corvette in my driveway. Keep in mind, I don't have a garage or any fancy tools. I'm just an average Joe trying to rebuild a car. So if I could do it, so can you. If this is something that interests you, feel free to subscribe. Over the next couple of months, also, we're going to be modding this car and doing various car videos and reviews. So stay tuned for that. Again, thank you for watching.